Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cross Media Show. Today's topic is WandaVision Episode 5, and what a fucking banger this episode was. That's all I have to say. That's all. That everybody agrees with me. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
episode over.
yeah.
You got it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys later.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Today I have with me my usual co-host for the show, Eric. Eric, how's it going?
Ruben, where's your pizzazz, man?
My pizzazz?
Where's the pizzazz?
It's not.
We got a new episode here. It's just, hey guys, welcome to episode 5. Be excited, Ruben.
Oh, it's. Just give me a second. Let me get to the intro, and then I'll be excited. Okay, all right.
I mean, things are good for me. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
See, was not happy that Tampa Bay won last night. I gotta say that.
Listen, I don't even
Tom
know
Brady
what the hell
doesn't need
Tampa Bay is.
another one. He doesn't need another.
This isn't a sports show, sir. Like, we don't talk about
how I was doing. You asked me how I was doing. And
yeah, I asked you how you're
it.
currently doing. I'm not talking about how last night was.
This is part of it.
Anyway.
Well, speaking we can talk about things from last night because we got a new Falcon and Winter Soldier
Oh
trailer.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Goddamn. Before we get into that, let's introduce our guests for this episode. Sorry about that. I had something there. Frank. You all know him. You love him. Sometimes he's a great person to have on your team for Among Us, and he's the worst person to have right next to, just as the imposter. He's the worst person to have as the imposter, especially with Jake. Like,
Oh, God.
these two team
So
up,
good.
and it's like nobody can take him down. You know.
It's the dream team.
So I can't talk about the Super Bowl, but you can talk about Among Us.
Oh yeah, because that's how I know Frank. You know.
How you doing today, guys?
Oh, it's good. It's good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I feel good today.
Good.
You know?
I'm glad.
I'm awake.
glad.
I'm
Good.
Very
That's
much awake.
That's always a good feeling, you know. Feeling awake, feeling alive. We also have Jess with us. Jess, how's it going?
It's good. Also disappointed about Tampa Bay winning, but don't have any actual personal stake in it outside of a general hate for Brady, which is pretty cliche, so, whatever.
He
You
has
hate
enough.
the Brady
Jessica.
bunch?
He absolutely has enough. He didn't need a 7th one.
Tom Brady from the Brady bunch?
And the problem is, Ruben, if I can interject and speak.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Jessica
Go
here,
ahead. Go ahead.
There's a lot of LSU players on the Tampa Bay Bucks that I'm really excited that they got a ring. But the problem is that for them to get that ring, Brady had to get his ring, and it's just like, I'm ready for the new era. You know, Breeze is probably going to retire after this year, so
You got 5
I'm ready
seconds
for the new
left.
era. So it's just Ruben. I am the co-host. I have equally amount of power.
Yeah, but
as
it's
you
my
do on
show.
this
I'm
one.
hosting this episode, so you
Eric.
have 5 seconds left.
Does Brady have more rings than Shang-Chi?
Oh, okay. There you go.
well,
They're bringing it back. Bringing it
If
back.
Shang-Chi's going to wear the 10 rings, maybe. But I know the Mandarin has more rings than Tom Brady. Tom Brady can't even beat Eli Manning twice. That's what I'm saying right now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. Cool.
But anyway, Ruben,
Theorizing later that I'm definitely going to bring back, but anyway, let's go on.
Okay. Cool.
Got some Mandarin theories that are floating in my head.
Oh, good. Let's save those for later. Before we get into it, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to give us a like and subscribe for some great content. You know, we pump the show out every Monday, Marvel Mondays. We also do a gaming show, which this week we have somebody's pretty special coming back on the podcast. This guy's a little obsessed with Splinter Cell, a little too much. Like, he needs to get himself checked out for that. Like, it's just a bit too much. Like, he thinks Splinter Cell, the sun revolves around Splinter Cell is what he thinks. But anyway, just stay tuned for that. That's going to happen on Wednesday. Attack on Titan is happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't roll your eyes, okay?
I
Just
didn't do
'cause
it. I was looking up at the ceiling.
you don't know
Sorry.
anime, it doesn't matter to you, okay? All right?
You don't know no anime.
Feel free to also check out the website. I have put up links for audio podcast services, so you could feel free to check that out. And we also put up why we're excited for Mass Effect Legendary Edition today, and I'm very excited about that. Feel free to check that out. Website, thepenultimateconquest.com. Feel free to check that out. Let's get into it. WandaVision episode 5.
Whoa, you're missing questions.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Before we get into it, my apologies. We're gonna start off with Jess. Jess, what's your favorite Marvel movie and your favorite Marvel character?
Ooh, hard not to just go back to Thor Ragnarok because of how much fun that movie is and how much I love the cast and crew.
Okay.
Everyone in there is fantastic. Favorite character? It was Captain America.
I don't like that
for a long
was.
time. He's well, I feel like I need to move on since he's theoretically gone now. I think I need a new favorite. So I'm checking Wanda, I'm checking Monica. I'm like, what y'all doing?
Okay.
Y'all looking pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Frank, favorite movie, MCU movie, favorite MCU character?
Has to be an MCU movie.
I mean,
Could
it
it be
has.
Spider-Man 2?
Sure, let's go with
We
that.
can go all day about Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
One is
I
one
mean-
of the
My
greats,
favorite
but-
Marvel movie by far is Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
And then my favorite
Far From
character's
Home.
got to be No.
No,
Spider-Man
I'm
2.
just messing
The
with you.
Spider-Man
I'm
2.
just messing with you.
Don't you ever diss Spider-Man 2 like that, okay?
My apologies. My apologies.
And I guess Spider-Man is my favorite MCU character.
Okay.
At least so far.
All right. Cool.
There's so much potential there, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with that Spider-Man 3, but we're not getting into that today. Let's get into it. WandaVision episode 5. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start off with a recap that I'm reading from Wikipedia because,
I mean, you don't remember the episode off the top of your head?
off the top of my head, there's a lot of stuff that I could forget about,
You remember every single detail?
No.
How dare you?
You
So-
call yourself a host.
Yes. I mean, you're the first person that started this, so if anybody's a host, it's definitely you,
Aww.
That was not trying to be, that wasn't a good thing. That was a really bad thing. The title on a very special episode. And man, oh man, what a special episode this was, Fuck, this was so good.
It's so good.
In a 1980s setting, Wanda and Vision struggle to stop Tommy and Billy from crying. Agnes offers to help look after the boys, but Vision questions her behavior. He and Wanda are interrupted when Tom and Billy suddenly age up to 5 years old. And let's just stop right there and talk about that weird sequence. I'm sorry, do you want me to take it from the top or?
I mean, if we want to take it from the top, let's talk about Did the
Intro?
Family Ties
Yeah.
Full House theme
Yeah.
song, was that after the boys aged to 5?
No, I think it started the
No,
episode.
I believe
watched
it's
it again.
after.
It is after. It starts off
Oh, yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
But yeah,
it
you're right.
definitely-
What a start.
Great stuff.
Oh yeah, it was. There's nothing that the show has done wrong yet, and I'm very surprised. But I shouldn't be surprised because Kevin Feige knows it all. He can do no wrong.
He's got a really good handle on this because you would expect somewhere, especially since we transitioned last episode to like the wider world, and now we're going back into the Hex.
Yeah.
You would think there might be some weirdness there, some awkward transitioning, and it's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely agree. Did we want to talk about that Agnes scene, which was incredible?
Oh yeah.
It's like watching
the,
theater.
Yeah.
The missed cue.
Yeah. Like she wasn't really sure what the hell was happening. Like, should I take it from the top or?
I have so many suspicions.
Yeah.
Oh, she is sus as hell.
Yeah.
Hella sus, as they say.
I'm gonna call out Agnes right now
Oh boy.
and say Agnes is not who she says she is. We already know that she's the only one, I believe, one of the only ones in the show who doesn't have an ID associated with them.
Yes.
They have a picture of her, but they don't have an ID for her. And I've been noticing she's been wearing the same brooch every time. She has a constant brooch on her at all times, and it's a Reaper with 2 people on it.
Oh,
Which is interesting because of what she does later on in the episode. We'll talk about that when we get there.
okay. Eric?
I haven't noticed that. That's
I mean, it's like I said, it was interesting because this was like the first time we've seen where someone was just like, okay, hold on, do I need to redo this? Like, is this good?
Yeah.
Is this to your liking? Do I need to start over? And like I said just a little while ago, it was like watching theater. Like you'd be in rehearsals or something like that. Like, oh, do I need to start over?
Yeah.
It was just like, it was that nice little. It was just a nice little touch. I think pretty much the audience was kind of like Vision. They're like, what? What's happening? So that was really cool. Catherine Hahn, just let her be in everything. She's so great at everything she does.
Phenomenal.
Speaking of being great at everything she does, my wife has entered the room,
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
I have a bone to pick with her.
In the dark.
I have a bone to
I
pick
was not
with her.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Thank you very much, dear.
Yeah, you tell her I said thank you very much too.
Ruben says thank you very much. Thank you.
But
for
suspiciously.
being
Thank you.
Yeah.
growing
But
old.
Ominously.
but yeah, you're supposed to add, but in a suspicious, ominous way.
But yeah, I thought it was great. Just the confusion.
Yeah.
Just her confusion. It was great. And then just leading up to that line where she says, "Kids, no matter how hard you try, you just can't control them." And I'm like, look, something like that.
Clever.
made herself very comfortable.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah, that's a choice.
at first
Sitting position.
she was like, "Oh, I'm grabbing where's your dark liquor?" And I was like, "What?" I'm assuming you know how some people give dark liquor to kids to put on their teeth because they're teething. So I thought it was something like that. And then she starts drinking it while she's on top of the counter, and I'm like, "Whoa, I don't know about this lady. Let's
You're real friendly in my home.
yeah. You know, we've only seen you in a couple episodes. We you know, let's not get too crazy." But anyway,
and then like Wanda trying to control the babies, like trying to get them to sleep. It was that one where it's just like, oh, something's not working.
yeah.
So I like that.
I think it's see that scene for me. It was kind of like she has, you know how she controls obviously the whole everything in the hex. I don't think she can control the kids, which is, I guess, what they were trying to point out. Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying like Jessica is probably like Jessica has all her theories, and so I would love to hear those right now.
Oh, about the kids. So this is more like future spoiler of later in the episode.
okay.
So I'll hold off a little bit on that part, but I definitely, you know, Agnes being the only one who's like, should I take that again? And then talking about the kids, and then again, you know, as Frank pointed out with the brooch, it definitely to me she is not a Westview resident.
Yeah. But it also begs the question as if she's not a Westview resident, what is the next door neighbor? Wow, what's his name?
Herb?
Yeah, Herb. Because
He's
that
from
conversation.
Westview.
Yeah, but that conversation that he was having with her, and when Vision was asking like, "What the hell's going on?" About God damn it, I'm forgetting everybody's name.
Geraldine.
Yes, about Geraldine, where they had said, yeah, she doesn't have a home. It was very confusing. I think we're being like, there's something going on here that we're being misled. People think Agnes is, what is it, Agatha? Frank?
Agatha
Harkness.
Agatha Harkness. I'm going to say no. I think it's the other lady that cut her hand in that last episode.
Yeah, she looks more like a witch,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
We
Yeah.
haven't seen her since then. Like,
Exactly.
we haven't-
She's
I think that there's definitely going to be more
yeah.
to her later.
Did they ever reveal who's under witness protection yet, or
We don't know.
No.
We think
So
we know it's a he.
so it's probably the guy who's trimming the hedges more than likely.
Herb.
Yeah, Herb.
maybe.
I was thinking today, what if, because Agnes is always talking about her off-screen husband. You know,
Oh.
that we
okay,
don't know
okay.
who he is. We don't know what he looks like. We haven't seen anything of him yet. We don't know why he's in witness protection. Well, we don't know why the person is in witness protection.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
it's very coincidental that somebody that Jimmy Woo was looking after in witness protection. Oh my God, sorry, my brain just did a little. What what is the Ant-Man character? Oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Scott
The one
Lang?
who- no, the one his friend who talks a lot.
Oh, oh God. Michael Pena.
Yes, his character's name.
Oh,
Mhm.
hold on.
Well, my point, we know that that's a character that had worked with Jimmy Woo, and they had actually been starting to do like investigative stuff.
Luis.
Luis, yes.
Yeah.
So that's just wild theory of my brain making connections that may or may not be there. But I would definitely that's my working theory, is that whoever is in witness protection is Ralph.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Shall we continue with the episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've made it 5 minutes in.
Yeah, right. When a dog appears at their house, the boy is asked to keep it. Sorry about that, guys.
You're forgetting the theme song, the wonderful theme song.
I mean, we kind of already touched on it. Like
It's so good though.
the
Like,
theme-
like Baby Vision.
yeah, it
It's
was
so good.
Super
The Baby Vision
creepy.
was-
Super
Vision in
creepy.
a
so
turkey suit?
creepy.
So creepy, Baby
It's so
Vision was
creepy.
weird. And then you see teenage Wanda just like in shambles in Sokovia, and I was like, oh, I didn't even catch that the first time, which was really weird. Anything else for the theme song that we wanted to talk about?
No,
How-
it was just a fun. It was a fun theme song. It slapped, as the kids say.
Oh, it
So I
really
wanted to
did
make sure
slap.
it got its talk.
Here's a weird thing about the kids though. So everyone in that little, I guess they called it the Maximov anomaly,
Mhm.
right? Everything in the Maximov anomaly is real for the most part, or based on something that's within that anomaly. Like if you throw a drone in there, it'll turn into an '80s drone, or a helicopter will just turn into a toy. The kids, on the other hand, and the dog are technically, I don't know about the dog, but at least the kids, are they real kids, or are they the only thing that Wanda's actually made so far?
I think
See-
Geraldine said that they were hers.
Yeah. I there's a running theory of mine that I think gets enforced this episode, where I think the kids are the first mutants in the MCU, and
Could be.
yeah, it just, especially at the end of this episode, kind of strengthens that, I think. But we'll get to that next. You're muted, Eric.
I said, "Oh yeah, we can actually say the M word now in the MCU."
Yeah, that's right.
Mutants?
So I actually do have the lyrics here for the theme song, and
Oh yes, I was about to say the lyrics need to be said because they were really good.
it's very, very weird, and I love it. So the song starts off, you wander the world with a vision of what life could be, but then the years come and teach you to just wait and see. Forces may try to pull us apart, but nothing can faze me if you're in my heart. Crossing our fingers, singing a song, we're making it up as we go along, which is just perfect. Through the
Oh,
highs,
it's perfect.
yeah. Through the highs and lows, we'll be right, we'll be wrong. We're making it up as we go along. And there will be days we don't know which way to go, but we'll take it higher. You're all I desire. When the going gets tough, when push comes to shove, we're making it up. Because we got love, we got love, we got love. Baby, we got WandaVision. God, what a banger,
Yeah, it's very much what's going on in the show.
Yes.
It's Wanda trying to piece together whatever kind of reality she kind of had left before, the Infinity War stuff.
Yeah. For me, it's... I don't know. Like it's also it ties into so many things. I think I would have to say that the majority of the lyrics are just like her and Vision, like
Making
going,
it up as they
yeah,
go along.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've discussed that enough. Did you have anything to say? Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh yes,
I
no.
just want to point out the really choice line of "nothing can phase me." It's just
Oh,
with
perfect.
Vision. It's just like so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Eric, do we have anything to say?
No, like I said, I just wanted to make sure the theme song and like the coolness of that was mentioned.
Okay, cool.
It's very cool.
Oh shit. Sorry, guys. Going back to the.
No, take your time.
Okay. So, we go back to the episode description. When a dog appears at their house, the boys ask to keep it, and Agnes suggests the name Sparky, which is kind of clever because that's Vision's dog in the comics. Wanda almost reveals her abilities to Agnes concerning Vision, while the boys age up again to 10 years old. Which, like, I there was something weird about this scene, which to me it was kind of. I was gonna say it's kind of weird. I just felt off. Like, oh, she finally is like comfortable showing her abilities around people, let alone Agnes. And I guess because she knows Agnes the longest in this whole thing, like, what's Agnes really gonna do? She's being mind controlled. Who the fuck cares?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
Again,
don't think
like,
she is.
Well, no, but
Um,
that's her theory, you know. Well, not her theory. That's what she's. That's what's her going on in her head. Wanda's like, who gives a shit? I'm mind controlling everybody.
I think up to later in the episode, Agnes is still oblivious to the power thing.
Okay. All right.
There's a certain scene where she's like, "You can do that," and it's like, "Oh, okay, now you know."
Yeah.
well, theoretically, if she did bring Vision back, she probably did it before Westview. She probably did it and then ended up in Westview for whatever, like, further on we'll get more into that whole argument, but it may be that Agnes just didn't see it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's right because if I recall correctly, she did have her back turned to Wanda, so probably right.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot.
Eric, you're muted again.
So sorry, I'm eating off the side. I'm making sure that you don't
Unbelievable.
hear me eating.
What a host.
So hey, people got to eat, Ruben.
Okay. All right.
Cheese.
Pizza.
No, it's not cheese. It's a concoction that Tessa made. It's lovely. Okay, but can we talk about the episode, Ruben? Not my eating habits.
Okay.
Thank you. I know they're
All right.
terrible, but even so.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting how there was a moment where Vision sees the dog. Is like, oh, we can't take care of it and stuff. And then Agnes comes in. Is like, oh, there's Agnes with the exact thing that we need right now.
He even had his face ready for her.
Yeah. So I think that was another little interesting thing right there. Just and all that, like the creep factor. They're saying you're not old enough to have a dog yet, and the boys smile and they just age.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
All the way, they're like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Stop. And yeah, Agnes is completely. I don't think she's oblivious at all because obviously, when we get to the future stuff, but Agnes sees them age, twice. Doesn't say a word.
Of course not.
I definitely know that she saw Wanda use her powers. Like, it was just really convenient how she just happened to be turned in that regard.
Yeah.
But another weird scene. Another one where Vision is just like, wait a minute.
The fuck is going on?
So,
yeah.
I think maybe after Wanda found Geraldine and expelled her, she's feeling more in control of everything. So maybe that's making her more comfortable with being, showing off her being more cavalier with her powers, we'll say.
Yeah. I think now she feels like she's more in control. Like, I'm sure she probably felt that Geraldine was in there. That's why she didn't want to really use her powers before. But now, like, I'm sure she feels more in control and like she can get away with anything. So, again, she has the power to mind wipe people. Why not use it? Yeah.
Do you guys think this is a question I keep bringing up to like Mario and them. Do you think she's 100% this is all her, or do you think this is an entity plus her?
Entity plus.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I think she's gone through a lot of shit in her life. Like, she lost her brother, then she found Vision, and then she lost Vision. So, like, it could be that this is all her and she just wants to be left alone and live their life together, you know? But I could also see both sides, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like she's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
She knows, because she does say at some point that she doesn't really know how everything started.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, like, well, how did you get involved then?
Yep. But I also could see, like, oh shit, like, there's a reason why when they see that found footage of her, like, grabbing Vision's body, like,
Oh, that's so messed up too what they're doing to Vision.
super messed up. But I can also see why she, made the hex and why she's doing this in Westview, all that stuff. I don't know, mind controlling people is a bit of a line cross, but like I get it, Somebody
It is bad to take over people's minds.
It is. However, if somebody took the life of my love, like
Yeah.
pros and cons.
Star-Lord
you
did
know?
nothing wrong.
I could definitely see it as
Star-Lord
like
did
a
everything wrong.
side effect of just trying to bring Vision back, and maybe she caused all this on accident.
Yeah, this is probably the only way she can bring Vision back.
Yeah. Or maybe Vision's just still dead, and this is just a different Vision from a different reality.
Which is kind of weird if she's kissing him,
It was a little weird.
Oh,
Dead
that's your
body.
problem with
What's
this,
even
Ruben?
weirder, the alternate reality Vision, or the fact that she's kissing like, technically the Vision we see is perfect, but the Vision in real life without like all the
it's a
filters
dead
is
body.
just a dead man.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
Just
talking
a
about.
marionette.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
puppet.
That's the
it's
part I have a
weird.
problem with.
It's even weirder.
What was that, Jess?
Necropsy. No, necropsy? Necrophilia.
Necrophilia.
Also
Yeah.
bad.
Well, I mean,
is
technically,
the
he was
weirdest
never
thing.
alive to
Go back.
begin with. He
Go
was
back.
he was never alive to begin with. I agree with you there.
That's true.
Necrophilia is very wrong, but
Nonsense.
he was never alive to begin with. So
Yeah. We got to remember that the Ultimate Universe exists. Was it the Ultimate Universe that had the weird relationship between Wanda and Pietro?
Oh god, it was so gross. It was so weird.
Is the weird that necrophilia wouldn't be the weirdest thing Marvel has done with
I mean,
Scarlet
hey,
Witch?
these two, what they do in the privacy of their own comics is between them. All right.
Eric's just like, what did you just say?
What they
Show's
do in the
canceled.
privacy of their own comics, like it's already happened before,
It's not private, or people are buying it. Ruben.
Well, yeah, but like that's their, it's their own show.
USA, it's their prerogative. You gonna Bobby Brown for us?
It's
Ruben?
their prerogative. I don't get the
They're-
reference, but okay.
Oh my god. you
Anyway,
millennial
Oh, is it
Gen
the
Z, whatever the
music?
hell you are,
Is that a
Ruben.
song?
we're literally the same generation. What are you talking
My
about?
Prerogative by Bobby Brown.
Okay, all right. I guess I've never
I was
heard the
thinking of a
song.
different song.
Yeah.
I got a
Anyway.
detail. Mario pointed out, actually, he's a little eagle eye guy.
Okay, go ahead.
The two children are in the colors of Wanda and Quicksilver.
Yes.
A possible foreshadowing for future events, but even the kid in the Quicksilver colors has like the long hair
Yep.
and all that. Also, Billy is creepy.
Super creepy.
That kid, kid is just like staring at people with
Yeah.
the creepiest stare ever.
Super
You
creepy.
gotta have one evil twin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
of
the
course.
evil twin. Easy.
Which begs the question: which is the evil twin, Wanda or Pietro?
Ooh.
Man, we were just jumping all over the place right now.
Because why not? You know.
There's so many details in this episode. There is like, they throw a lot at you like very early on.
Okay.
They did little teeny little things. You know, when they go looking for the dog and the mailman's like, "Oh, your mom won't let him get far." Just like quick throwaway, and it's
Yeah.
like, oof.
Let's continue on with the episode. At work, Vision reads an email from Sword that reveals the situation in Westview. He breaks through to a real Westview resident and discovers that Wanda is seemingly controlling the town, which was real creepy. Like, he just put that guy back into being mind controlled. Like, why not just let him go? You know, just let him leave.
Can I interrupt here, Ruben?
Go right ahead.
Because this is a point where it was brought to me by a friend of mine. Notice how Norm never said Wanda. He just said she has me. Like, she won't let me leave.
Oh.
So this is why I definitely think it's another entity, because and you're led to think, because when Vision hears she, there's
He
only one
automatically
person he
thinks
can think
it's
about. It's Wanda.
Yeah.
So obviously they want you to think down that path, but either way, it's definitely probably Agatha or one of the witches right now, possibly. Who else is doing this? Because if you notice, in the third episode, Agnes is talking to Herb right before he's like, but Geraldine's not from here.
Yeah.
So
They're whispering together, and it's
like that's the thing. He's saying he never says Wanda.
Yeah.
He says she.
She's snitching.
I think you know, this really clearly illustrates, you know, Vision has his own consciousness. He has his, you know, he's a sentient person who is going through these events and learning things. So he's not under any sort of control, which, considering he may be dead, who knows? I mean, like, maybe she just can't. Whoever she is, maybe she just can't.
Yeah.
But then also, it's the first time that it's occurred to him that what's happening is bad. That what's happening is hurting people. And I think maybe Wanda doesn't even know that. Because in her mind, this is an idyllic place where they're happy. Why wouldn't someone be happy here? When in reality, she's, you know, separating these people from their lives and completely controlling them.
So I just thought of a theory. What if Wanda is controlling Westview, right? But what if it's not her that's controlling the other residents? She's just controlling Vision.
You know, it's possible, especially because, you know, after the dog incident,
Yeah.
Vision goes to work, like you said, and when Billy and Tommy ask about, like, where's Dad, and she's like, oh, he's at work.
But it's
she's
Saturday.
Like, it's Saturday.
Yeah,
and he's
it's
like,
Saturday.
Well, he just needed a distraction. So
Yeah.
she definitely initiated that move of sending him to work so
Yeah.
that he stops, you know, investigating too hard into what's happening at home. You know, the kids obviously know what's up. So I don't know. It's just it really. I think Wanda's moving the pieces, but I think it's somebody else's game.
Okay. Fair enough.
What do you? So here's the thing about Vision that I just thought about, like, right now. Is Vision without the soul gem? And if so, does he need the soul gem to become who he is? Like, who he is as a character? And do you think Wanda could have made a deal for a soul?
I mean, Shuri was attempting to separate it from him during that attack in Endgame. So the working theory is maybe.
Yeah, I have a feeling, and hear me out. I'm gonna blast a theory out there. It could be totally wrong.
Okay.
Totally wrong.
Okay.
But it's a working theory I just thought of right now. Wanda made a deal with a certain devil that we all know.
No, who's the devil?
Mephisto.
Okay.
Wanda made a deal with Mephisto. And you know how Mephisto works. Mephisto's always... I just seen him pull out the Infinity Gauntlet. I got one too. It's right above me, but I can't grab it.
I got one
I'm just having.
We're
If we're
gonna-
talking about theories right now, I'm having my pondering face right now.
This is your
Oh,
pondering
nice,
face?
nice.
Wanda made a deal with Mephisto. All right, she got the body of Vision and realized that even if she were to put them all together, he still won't be Vision because Vision had a soul. And she made a deal, and that deal was, well, give me the soul of Vision. And Mephisto was, okay, well, but here's some sub clauses there I'm going to sprinkle in, and that could be the anomaly that's going on. Whereas she gets her beautiful life, but Mephisto gets to watch the whole thing. The other thing is too, if you're gonna give a soul, usually you have to take a soul. And what better two souls to take than two little kids you find very dearly?
Jesus.
And you have somewhat of a Reaper character walking around who says lines that are very ominous to the future of the show, probably. But we'll get to that. Yeah. But that's what I think. I think in turn for Vision and being alive, Wanda has to sacrifice maybe those two kids.
So
I don't know, man.
I like your theory, and it's probably the one that's correct. I have another theory, though. I feel like it's just a memory of Vision's former self before he...
Could be.
Yeah. That's like she's probably controlling him with her powers, like behind the scenes, but it's just the memory of her Vision from Wanda's point of view. Like, if we recall the episode where she gives birth, I think that was episode 3, if I'm correct, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, episode 3. Vision has super speed and grabs the doctor. So I think it's whatever Wanda needs in that moment. That's what Vision has, like her subconscious, I guess you could say.
Her idea of what Vision is.
Well, yeah, but also like what she needs in the moment, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, she needs the doctor to deliver these kids, so he brings the doctor with the super speed. So, like, she's also, been remembering her brother throughout these couple of episodes, so why not incorporate that into, the ideal husband, Not, that sounded wrong. What I meant was the super speed.
Brother being the ideal husband. Marvel has done this story before.
I just meant like the super speed, Like,
just like, please get this damn ultimate shit out of here.
Anywho, let's continue. He breaks through to a real... Oh, no, I already said that. He breaks through to a real Westview. No, I already said that. Sorry. Sword sends a drone from the 1980s into Westview and attempts to kill Wanda on Hayward's orders. And, like, what a fucking idiot,
Yeah. What did you think was going to happen?
Well, I mean, we're forgetting stuff now. We're completely forgotten about when they started showing Monica, and they're in the build-up to sending in this drone.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yes, everything that happened outside of the hex.
Yes.
With, Monica getting x-rayed and the blood, which was a little hinky. And the briefing that they went through.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, super rude to just be like, oh, but weren't you tortured? Here's you being tortured. Look, it's on all the screens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's mean. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I enjoyed the nice little exchange with and we got Wanda. Does she have a nickname? Any funny?
Yeah,
nicknames?
and I was like, they kind of lasted a little too long on that for me.
Oh, I thought it was. I mean, it was 2-3 lines.
Yeah, but like,
fine.
I don't know. There's something Hayward.
Has anyone ever called her Scarlet Witch? Or?
No, they have not called her for Scarlet Witch.
She's gonna get called Scarlet Witch in this show. They said.
Yep.
No. And so it's interesting because you have this thing where they're like, she literally has saved the world before. Well, she's doing bad things right now, but does this balance out or what? And
yeah, she's doing bad things, but here's a footage of us dissecting her lover's corpse.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
what do you guys expect was going to happen?
It was really cool to hear that we knew this was after Endgame, but they said this was 9 days ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like after fight with Warrior Thanos, she was just like, and maybe after Tony's funeral, she was like, all right, let's go do it. Let's go get Vision. Mm-hmm. I got a plan. Because this would have had to happen like immediately after the Thanos fight. She's starting to get this plan going together.
Well,
Or
honestly, it's given the timeline of Monica comes back from the blip, and then 2 weeks later she's at
Westview.
Westview.
Yeah.
Then, and we know that that's been a 9 days,
Mm-hmm.
or no, we don't know how long that Monica's in there. So we know that 9 days prior to that briefing is when Wanda went in and stole the body.
Yeah.
So it's really between like 5 to 10 days after. No, not even. No, yeah, about 5 days. 5 to 10 days after that
Endgame.
final battle
Yeah.
that she went and stole it. Which, you know, if my husband was exploded twice and I did it once, I'd still be pretty messed up 5 days out.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying that what she's doing is right. Obviously, it's not. But
I mean,
I don't
isn't
know
that
that there's
though?
a clear plan
Okay.
so much as like a gut reaction.
Okay. It's funny because I think of that scene at the end of Endgame where it's Hawkeye and her like looking in the if I recall correctly, it's looking at a lake, and she's just all cool and calm and collected. But now that I think about it, it's probably her is just like, oh, where do we think Vision's body could have been kept?
Gathering intel.
Yeah, no, not even gathering intel, but just like scheming,
Mm-hmm.
It is possible, and considering how much trauma she has been through in her life with the war and her parents and her brother, and then Vision twice, it's entirely possible that the way that she handles it is very different from, what it would take. So yeah, I guess it is possible she could be scheming in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the characters who have actually lost the most, I would say.
Oh, she
She lost her
everything.
home. She lost her parents. She lost her brother. She lost Vision. She lost her team.
I mean, but did she lose her
Avengers Infinity War.
parents?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, they were blown up by Stark missiles.
Did we see that on camera?
You want to see? I don't think
Stuff
they
can
can show
happen
that.
off screen, Ruben.
I'm just saying, who's her father in the comics? Magneto.
Oleg. Oh, I mean, her.
This
at
was
least right now,
before they had
Oleg.
rights to mutants.
I
so-
mean, but didn't they already know that they were getting rights to mutants? I'm just saying they could just fake it like, hey, yeah, those were actually your foster parents. I'm your real father.
Well, remember, this is also Marvel
Wanda,
that was so
I'm
petty
your father.
that they killed off Quicksilver early just because the X-Men had a Quicksilver as well.
Which is super rude.
Yeah.
And then also, if you think about it, for Wanda losing Vision, this is like it happened yesterday because she was snapped, so that's still fresh in her. Like she just saw Vision die, and there's Thanos right in front of her now.
Yeah.
So she is still very much trying to use a good analogy right here. The iron is hot, so to speak.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Which makes the move with the drone just like
What are you guys
just
doing?
a bad move.
Seriously, it was literally the stupidest thing you could have done.
Right.
especially-
And especially. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, especially after the briefing where they said somebody had said, yeah, I'm pretty sure she could. Oh, no, that wasn't in the briefing where they said, I'm pretty sure she could have taken out Thanos by himself.
Jimmy.
Yeah. But, like, come on. You should know
Darcy.
this. I think it was.
And then Monica with the little shade at Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, where's that?
Fuck
Because
Captain
obviously,
Marvel,
probably because Captain Marvel abandoned her twice.
Yeah. She's
Is
a
what
little
I would
bitch.
think so.
And that's probably because after that first time where it's like, well, this is an accident that happened, and we think we lost her, but I'm gonna hold out hope because I'm 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how old kids are.
They're around that age.
And then she comes back, and you think everything's good, and there's this crazy adventure with your mom, and then she leaves again, and she's just gone. And who knows what the mom went through?
Who knows?
I don't know.
No. Do you think Captain Marvel visited her before she died?
I do not.
I don't think so.
Damn. Big sad.
She's very
I feel-
heartless,
I feel like
Not heartless.
Brie Larson is heartless. Like, she shows no emotion. Am I wrong? Come on, Eric. We have
we're
to
not
agree
going to
with this.
slander Brie Larson.
Nobody's
and
slandering her.
You can't get out. You can't get away from slandering Kat Dennings in the same.
Oh, well, that brings me
week.
to my next
Okay.
question, guys. If Jimmy Woo does get his own show, should Kat Dennings be a part of the cast?
I
Yes.
would like.
Absolutely, 100%.
God damn it.
You're on the
Their
wrong side of
interaction is
history here,
adorable.
Ruben.
Say that again.
Kat Dennings
Jess?
is awesome.
No, she's not. Jess, what did you say?
Kat Dennings is good at being that character. And if you like that character and you like the interaction with Jimmy Woo, then you're very excited about the idea of them having a show together. And if you don't, then it's torture, which it is for you.
Yeah, it's just like that's a significant ripoff of X-Files. So why not just give me Jimmy Woo? You know?
Just give it the give me the whole show. Give me all of it.
Yeah, but like just give me Jimmy Woo. Nobody needs Kat Dennings in the show.
Well, he needs a team.
I mean, yeah, but like we could
He
just
needs an
have.
astrophysicist.
He doesn't need an astrophysicist. He just needs a partner. The newbie.
Well, what if there's
you
an
know?
astrophysics problem? You know.
Yeah, then she can guest appear on an episode, but like, I don't ever see him having.
You're losing
like, that's
3-1 on this one.
That's a
Ruben.
phone call away, you know? Like, we don't have to see her in the scene. Oh, I just happened to stop by. But doesn't she live in New Mexico? We're getting off topic, guys. We're getting off topic.
Do you think she still talks to? Do you think this is just like a cold little thing to? What's Natalie Portman's character's name again?
Jane.
Foster.
Jane Foster. There you go. Yeah. Do you think this is a cold like Jane Foster? We're slowly easing the Thor stuff back before Ragnarok.
Honestly, probably. That would make the most sense.
Because I think that's like the first Thor reference since what? Avengers 1?
Yeah, because she was out, you know?
No, Ultron, in Age of Ultron, he did talk to Eric again.
Okay.
Eric was the one who took him to, which I don't know why that happened, but whatever.
Yeah, so
That's a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
yeah, the first Thor reference since Age of Ultron then. It's been a while.
Oh, it's okay. Thor 1 is kind of a forgetful movie anyway.
It's the best one.
No,
of all
that's
of them.
insanity. How is that the best
Better
movie,
than-
Thor
okay.
movie?
Better
all
than
right.
Endgame.
Stop. We got to get to the fuck around and find out moment.
Okay. Wanda emerges from the static field with the drone and warns Hayward to leave her alone. And then she, like, you know, turns the guys to point their gun at him. It was so good, you know?
It reminded me of Magneto so much.
Yeah,
It's a
It's definitely a Magneto moment.
like her father, you know? Scared by the drone, Sparky runs away and later dies. Jesus Christ, this Wikipedia description is just really harsh, you know? Wanda
Sparky fucking dies.
just dies. And you know,
He eats too many leaves. I think.
that's what she said. Petunia
Don't
leaves.
fuck around with azalea bushes, guys.
Was it azalea? I thought it was petunias.
It was
Okay, it was
azaleas.
azaleas. Okay. But it's just like, I don't know. That sounds a little sketchy, but it's okay.
the fact that Agnes is Azaleas is like,
Say that again.
Agnes didn't kill this dog.
No, honestly, I think it was just Wanda. I wouldn't even say Wanda. I don't know.
The dog's death is a lesson.
Yeah.
It is.
And
It is. And they obviously don't need a dog
No, of course
to
not.
stick around from episode to episode.
Yeah.
I don't put it past Agnes to have killed that dog for, we'll say, plot motivation.
Okay.
I could see that too. Yeah,
All right.
because she does bring the dog to them,
Yeah,
like
this is true.
death itself.
Yeah.
Just like I am bringing this dog to you to tell you that everything that dies must actually stay dead.
Jesus. Okay.
Wink, Wanda.
Wink,
Wanda, I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
What she was testing her?
I think it was a test because it's definitely a idea of. It's weird that Agnes, the character who has a death brooch, is telling Wanda that dead things have to stay dead. It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
It does. It feels a bit like provocation to get the kids to be like, "But mom." I don't
That's
know.
a spot on impression of a kid, Jess. Well done. Vision confronts Wanda about her actions, but they are interrupted when somebody arrives at the door. And I'm going off script here.
Okay, that fight was amazing.
First off, that fight was intense. I was like, oh shit's gonna go down. She's gonna go down.
Even more, first off, Paul Bettany can rock suspenders.
Oh yes.
The man can rock suspenders.
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the suspenders. I was more along the lines of looking at him.
That was the first thing I noticed when he walked in. Like, man, that dude can pull off suspenders.
I feel really bad because I didn't know. Me and Mario watched it in a watch party, and he's freaking out, and I'm just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Because I didn't watch the X-Men movies. 'Cause I don't know if people like them, but I really don't.
We don't reference that here. Okay.
Yeah.
I recommend Days of Future Past and whatever the other one is. I don't on my head.
The
Both
fact
of the
that
ones
you
with
can't even remember what
not
the
important,
title
important,
is, but you recommend
Quicksilver
it.
is a lot of fun in both of those movies.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
I didn't really like Quicksilver in the X-Men movie. I didn't really like the X-Men movies, guys. And
I don't
Did
think
you
I
even
think,
mention
like,
that
half of
Pietro
America
showed
didn't.
up? And
no,
now we're
not
just
yet.
talking-
I was.
But that fight,
Yeah, that fight was
Well
done.
intense.
I like how the credits were coming in,
Yep.
and the episode was still going on.
Yep.
Like Wanda was like, "Okay, I want this episode to be over," and
He's like,
And
no,
Vision's like,
we're gonna
no.
continue this fucking conversation here.
Yeah,
So-
the "You've never talked to me like this" line was definitely like, ooh, what
Yeah.
does this mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good.
Like, is he growing more independent, and is his mind coming back? Because if he can't remember anything before that, that is scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super scary.
Especially
That's
for
why-
a character who before that was all about statistics and numbers and being able to rattle off facts and figures. So having none of that would be very I don't know, unbalancing. That's not the word I want, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Eric, what's that drink that you're drinking?
I'm glad you asked, Ruben. Boys and girls, if you need an equally refreshing drink, but it doesn't have any calories or sugar whatsoever, may I recommend Coke Zero,
Okay.
the drink of
I'll
champions.
allow it. I thought there was some white on the top. There is some white, but I thought it was vanilla. Vanilla Coke
Oh
Zero.
God, no!
Vanilla
okay.
Coke is so good.
Oh, I mean, yeah. You have to agree with the guest, Ruben.
No, vanilla Coke is not good. Okay.
Have you ever got a vanilla Coke at a movie theater? Like
I
vanilla
have.
Coke out of the bottle is absolutely terrible. But vanilla Coke at a movie theater,
Yeah,
it's
but
a
like,
different level.
What's
It's like
better
kind
than
of-
regular Coke? You know, nothing.
I mean, regular Coke
What?
just tastes like syrup to me now.
What's better than regular Coke?
McDonald's Coke?
Dr. Pepper?
All right, Jess. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to kick you out.
All right, show's over.
Dr.
Good-
Pepper
good-
Cherry.
No. Oh God,
talk, everyone.
cherry.
Dr. Pepper Cherry is my favorite single soft drink ever.
Why am I doing a show with you?
Because I have the pizzazz, Ruben.
You didn't put this in your application.
You gotta give him a show, Ruben.
Anyway, they're interrupted when Pietro arrives.
Ding, ding.
And watching the broadcast, Darcy notes that Pietro has been recasted.
It's like perfect for sitcoms.
What
It happens all the time.
It was. I gotta be honest with you. I wasn't expecting them to recast him, but you know what? I'm really glad that they did. Really glad that they did. Because
It works because, like they say earlier, well, something that's already from that era, will go in unchanged.
Mhm.
And, Quicksilver is that age in both of the movies. They take place in the 80s.
Ah,
So,
okay.
You
it
bring up a
works
very good point. I didn't even
for
think
the
of that.
crossover.
Wow, perfect. You never know.
That's 100% true.
It's kismet.
It is in the 80s.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams made of the
I'm just saying they could have had a perfect intro. It would have given it away. But like, if you had put that in the background while they were arguing, and Vision would have been like, "What's that noise?" And then you hear the knock on the door. Oh my God, how insane would that
Well,
have been?
how they framed the shot is brilliant too.
Yeah.
Because you see the back and you think it's Aaron Taylor Johnson because that's how
Yes.
they had the hair to look.
Correct.
And then they flip the camera around. I know a lot of people saying, "Is that Hank Pym?" Like, what the hell is Hank Pym gonna do here?
You never know. He
Hey, it's me, Ant-Man.
yeah.
Or
But
former
no,
Ant-Man.
it's perfect. Hey, bro, can't see his sister. What's up?
Oh God.
Hey, who's the popsicle? Hey.
It
Do you
would have
guys
been.
think it's him? Like, actually him? Or do you think it's a fake out?
Well, so here's the thing. I think Wanda tore into the multiverse when she went back into the hex, and you saw that everything went red.
Yep.
I think that's when the quote unquote tear happens, or like that's when
Oh.
shit gets real. That's when we're about to get multiverse because I don't remember where it was from, but someone had a great headline that said Marvel just amazed audiences with a $71.3 billion cameo.
Which is
Because-
insanity because that's
Yeah,
a
because
lot
if
of
you
money
think about it,
to pay
because like this
guy.
is X-Men, like this is it. We're getting it. It's
Yeah.
happening.
I
'Cause-
think, yeah, I think what's going to end up happening is as the show goes on, and again, this is just me theorizing. I think maybe next episode, maybe the episode after that, she's gonna realize that it is Pietro, but it's not her Pietro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because she doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, she's like,
she's got shocked face. It's hard to tell shocked face from don't recognize face. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. I think whatever it is that has the control, the larger control, has her in that moment. She's very vulnerable there because things are starting to kind of fall apart. And in that moment, if someone was to come in and be like, this is exactly what you need, and it is to keep things going, and that is the brother.
yeah.
Yeah, because maybe like the bond is breaking there, where like you have Vision telling her like, "Hey, you can't do this. I'm my own person. You can't make me be. You can't force me to do this." And then it feels like she kind of wanes a little bit on it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe I am doing something bad, and that's the moment where, okay, here's more good things in your life, so then you can keep the blissful ignorance going.
So
Yeah.
no, go ahead, Jess.
Well, I just, like I had said earlier, it never occurred to Wanda before this episode, I think, that what she was doing was hurting people. So
Yeah.
I think being confronted with that really shook her.
I can see that.
Trauma makes the worst of us all.
She
that
got so
right?
much.
Oh, she
Like-
got a shit done.
Because this was specifically the moment I realized I knew it was an outside entity, but this really cements it because if she could have brought back Quicksilver, she would have already done it.
Yeah, but he had
Like,
to
she would-
film like Tenet
In
and stuff.
this perfect family world, she definitely would have brought Quicksilver back. Hey kids, look, it's your Uncle Pietro. Which also no one likes it. I like it when her accent comes out, especially when she gets angry.
Well, yeah, that's what we saw.
That's when it's like people are fucking up, but like
Don't fuck
when
with
she
her.
when her hand starts doing the thing with the hex powers and their accent comes out, it's like, oh, you gonna learn today, boys and girls.
You done
Yeah,
fucked
she like
up.
breaks out for a
You
second.
done
It's
fucked
so
up.
cool.
Yeah, wait. So, did they pay Evan Peters? What was it? $7.1 billion.
No, it was like a fun little thing.
I was gonna say that's a lot of money.
It's a fun little, like they bought Fox.
Okay.
Or
All right.
like 71.3. So like
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
an X-Men into this, that's a $71.3 billion cameo.
Gotcha.
Because-
I got a little confused there. I was like, wait, what?
If they were not going to do X-Men stuff, they would have cast probably some other white dude or something. The fact that they got Evan Peters, like that's not a coincidence.
What if?
Or it could be a coincidence because we don't know what's going on with this show.
You know, would have been
What if they
great.
knocked at the door and it was just Kick-Ass? Well, same actor, just different.
That would have been
superhero.
good too. Or if it was just Captain America with his ass in his face. I'd just say that is America's ass.
It's Chris Evans with fucking. It's Chris Evans with whipped cream all over his nipples.
Oh, God.
and no, this is joke. You just like, whoa, wrong movie.
I can explain.
I legit, up until probably about 30 seconds before that door opened, my thought was like, it's Fury. Fury's here. He's gonna take
That
control
would've
of
been
the
cool.
situation.
Wow.
And then obviously not, but it was still like my head was like, come on, Fury.
I honestly would have, if I'm being honest here, I think if they didn't do Pietro, I think it would have been Cap. Like to reel her in. No, just to reel her in because that's like who she.
Old Cap.
Yeah, well, no, not old Cap, but like regular Cap. If
No, I don't think I will.
No,
you know what I'm saying, like if it is like people being brought back from the dead, why not just do like regular Cap? You know.
But he's not dead.
Cap in the 80s would have been an icicle.
Yeah, Ruben.
Yeah, but if he
Yeah.
lived when he brought back the stuff, you know.
You're thinking too much. We're thinking too much.
Okay.
Brain
all right.
hurt.
Cap. Do you think Cap goes to early bird specials at Denny's?
Yeah,
Or
probably.
is like a Denver omelet?
probably-
or something?
ass he does.
The value and the variety.
Yeah.
This isn't country kitchen buffet.
Okay. So, do we have anything else to mention about this episode?
You said Cap. It was fun. I like the commercial. This one. It was
Oh
the
yes,
Lago,
it was the
paper towels.
yeah, Lago paper towels. Which Eric, what was Lagos from?
You don't remember in Civil War when Wanda accidentally
Oh, I
caused the
remember.
explosion? Oh,
Yeah, I
oh,
was-
you want me to tell the boys and girls? Hi, boys
Yeah.
and girls. Lagos. Yeah. Do I need to go into it? Do you want me to take it from the top?
I
or-
mean, yeah, if you could.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric, what was Lagos again?
Lagos is from the beginning of Civil War, everyone. And that's when Wanda made a little oopsie and she killed a bunch of people. So when you have an accidental spill in your kitchen, use Lagos paper towels.
Yeah, spill of blood, like just a shit ton of human blood on the counter.
Dead man.
It was pretty messed up of Hayward to just, when they were talking about Wanda as an Avenger, to be like, oh yeah, Germany and Lagos, look how that turned out. It's like,
Yeah, he was kind of a dick. Like I'm starting to really not like Hayward. And
I think he's working for AIM.
oh, really? I think he's still working for Hydra.
I think we've moved past Hydra. I think we can go into AIM.
You sure
I
about
was about
that?
to say, you guys
If we're gonna have
hold up.
sentient weapons,
Yeah.
then we need like
Yeah, you're right.
scientists
You're right,
versus
you're
that.
right, you're right.
I
As
think
much
they're
as I
still
want to see
Hydra.
Nazis keep getting punched in the face, Ruben, it's time to move forward a little bit from that.
Okay.
if only.
In this day and age, if only, yes. Well, I mean, that was the theory for Cap coming back. Is just wasn't it? Oh no, it wasn't. No, I'm lying. No, I'm thinking of something else.
Well, if we have Sword, and we know that it's been developed for a period of time, and there was that moment with the loss of not Monica's mom. What's Monica's mom's name?
Maria Rambo.
Maria. You know, with her death, that leaves a power vacuum where, you know, there is some people who can come in and take power and kind of move things in a way, which they obviously do, because they start, you know, working more towards weapons. That's what Monica says when she comes back. Is she like, we're not in the business of making weapons, as she's looking around and seeing all this, you know, research and development, which honestly makes me think that what they were doing with Vision's body was not on the up and up.
Of course not. I don't know.
Maybe we're trying to see how the Mind Stone worked within his body.
Yeah, but like you don't cut a guy up like that, you know.
I mean, he was dead, Ruben.
Yeah,
Literally
I
just
mean, that's a
got-
lot
oh,
of
I can-
vibranium, you know.
Wow,
There's
so
a lot of
you're
vibranium.
saying you would have been
fuck.
on Sword's side of this? I'm kind of on Wanda's side. Don't
What?
be
No,
dissecting.
Wanda. All right, so Wanda has crossed a line. There's no doubt about
No,
that. but I
okay,
don't
we're
think
not-
she's crossed the line yet.
Well, let's not. I mean, the point of like, oh, if I'm Wanda and I walk into Sword to get Vision's body, and I see you guys dissecting it, are you on my side or are you on? Well, are you on Wanda's side or are you on Sword's side?
I'm always going to be on the side of the Avengers, Ruben.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. Well, you just said they were doing the right thing, so I'm just.
Who was doing the right? Ruben, you have me confused for someone else.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna send
Is this
you
the
the.
part where we get to theories, Ruben?
Going
Going into the future?
Well,
'Cause
I
I want to
mean-
hear Jessica's Mandarin stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, I just think we're gonna see, you know, because we've seen a lot of this recently with Far From Home, and then now with WandaVision, we've seen a lot of characters from these original, you know, movies
Mhm.
come back in interesting new ways. You know, from the random dude that Jebediah, yeah,
I
was
think
just
so.
like
Yeah,
screaming.
yeah.
From the random dude that he was screaming at in the very first of this, franchise with the Iron Man, to, the weird, Jimmy coming back, all of this. I really feel like we're going to see characters who maybe didn't get their real due initially. And there was a lot of complaint around Mandarin and his depiction initially because
Greatest depiction ever.
Did you not play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, Ruben?
Oh, I did, but like, come on, Ben Kingsley as Mandarin was top notch. But continue, Jess.
fair. Ben Kingsley did make a very good Mandarin, but he also was just like, I'm just this dude. They pay me to say things. I don't know what's happening. Do you?
Dude.
Like,
I'm just an actor.
That was a really good Ben Kingsley impression
that was a
there.
very good Ben Kingsley.
Last week I got my Nicolas Cage. This week I got Ben Kingsley. Tune in next week, boys and girls, when I do
That's it.
Bugs Bunny.
I feel like, especially because Iron Man is gone as a character. I feel like with this next Spider-Man movie, and with Thor, and well, not Thor. Thor's going to be completely separate. That's probably going to be space stuff. Doctor Strange, which my working theory is that the titles that we have right now are not the titles of these movies in actuality. I do not think we're going to see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I do not necessarily think that we're going to see Thor: Love and Thunder. I think that those are fake outs.
Love and Thunder, so good.
Come on, like,
it is very good.
imagine
Very good.
seeing an MCU horror movie, and we kind of got
it
that.
so bad.
We kind of got that with parts of Far From Home, but like, imagine them going all in. Oh God.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Strange could make a really good horror movie. I think that we could, if anybody did it, I think it would be him.
Yeah. Do you think this is the first tease into the multiverse that we're gonna finally start getting like real, actual, concrete? Like, Spider-Man did it. We're just like,
I
we're a
think
multiverse, and then just like completely said, nah, we're not actually going
Yeah,
through with it.
what a
And then,
fucking
do you think
dream.
this one's gonna be a fake out too, or do you think this is concrete?
No.
This is
No,
now the
I think
multiverse.
we're there. I
Yeah.
think it's happening.
They have to.
Finally.
They have to, like, once you introduce Evan Peters as Pietro, you kind of have to like stick with it. Like, if you're doing
They know
multiverse
what they're
stuff, yeah.
And, I think the showrunner and the director, I think they talked with Kevin Feige. I'm sorry, Kevin and I are on first name basis. Kevin Feige about what the outlines were for Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man sequel. So I think that's definitely like this is going into Doctor Strange movie. Like,
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man's going to be like a different branch of it where like he has to deal with the ramifications of what's happening, but this show is directly going to lead straight into badminton tennis match versus other people.
So do you think like Multiverse of Madness is like our first like pseudo Avengers big like mini kind of like
Yeah. The next
Big
Captain
mini movie.
America Civil War stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think-
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness is such a cool ass name.
It
Oh my
really
god,
is.
I love it.
if I get what I want, it has Michael Fassbender in it.
Nah, we don't
Bring
need
him back as Magneto. He's so good.
It's okay.
It's so good.
It's all right. I do think they're doing what they did with Hulk. You know how the MCU can't really do a Hulk movie without Universal like getting its claws in, so they'll just. Eric, what's that? Oh, so yeah.
Oh, you said Claws. I was doing Wolverine.
Oh yeah. So
Claws
they'll
right
just
there.
like put him into a movie, but like half-ass his character. So like the whole character arc with Hulk, not half-ass it, but you know, like give it a good story. Sorry,
I mean, how they've done it is great. Like, I don't
But
need
yeah.
another solo Hulk movie.
But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like what they're doing. This is what they're doing with Wanda is kind of like what they're doing with what they did with Hulk, in the sense that WandaVision is the first part of the character arc. Multiverse of Madness would be the second part, and then Spider-Man 3 is going to be the end.
No, Doctor
the
Strange is
multiverse
the
arc?
end.
No, I'm pretty
Spider-Man is coming out before Doctor Strange.
sure. Are you sure about that?
Spider-Man's December of this year.
You want to go $20, Ruben?
No. I don't want to go to it.
Because we got Black Widow coming out in May, apparently, Spider-Man in December, and then Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be like Q2 of next year, I believe.
I thought
right now
Multiverse
it's
of
March
Madness.
2022.
They
Quarter
moved
quarter
it
one,
then.
then I guess.
They moved it. Well, then
Yeah, because
that
I mean,
kinda pokes holes in
having
my theory.
Doctor Strange deal with this is going to be much more impactful than having Spider-Man deal with this. I mean,
Well, no. I'm still saying that you still have Doctor Strange deal with it, but you just have like, well, again, Eric, we're gonna tiptoe around my theory of Spider-Man 3. I'm not talking about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. But it's just like you have the ramifications of the Multiverse of Madness into Spider-Man 3. You know?
well, I think, like I said earlier, I think Spidey is going to deal with the ramifications of what's happening in WandaVision. Because WandaVision's what's going to start everything. Spidey has to deal with that. And since Doctor Strange is in Spider-Man 3, it's like, you need to help us. Seriously, you're the doctor. You're the guy who knows all this stuff. Fix it now.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be Tom. Tom's. I need an adult. But you know, technically, we may already have multiverse stuff in the Spider-Man universe with J. Jonah Jameson. Like, that was just a fun nod until.
You're right.
You know?
You're right. Until I hear him say the words, "Show me pictures of Spider-Man," I won't.
so
believe
far,
it.
that's my favorite superhero cameo of all time.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Yeah.
maybe my favorite cameo in anything.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah. It was.
So good.
I wonder, do you think he's super buff under that suit?
Oh,
from,
yeah.
like Justice League.
Yeah, because you remember he had to get buff with it for that role. For some weird reason, he had to get buff for
That's why
that
I'm like,
5-minute role.
Just weirdly buff.
Was it for Whiplash he got shredded for?
No, he got shredded for Justice League as Commissioner
Yeah,
Gordon.
that rooftop scene. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Where we
man.
didn't even get to see his muscles.
No, it was just,
full
like-
trench coat and everything. It's just
But you
like,
know
okay,
what?
why
I'm okay for
why
it.
are you weirdly
back.
buff?
I'm
I
okay
got
with
this,
it.
Batman.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Oh my God, Gordon!
Jesus, you were buffer than Batman.
speaking of, guys, we finally got a reveal date for Justice League, the Snyder Cut, the original Justice League. I know, but I gotta mention it. We're doing a review for it, March 22.
Okay.
A day before my birthday.
Yes, and of course, Frank, you have to be on it. You know, since
Okay.
you said you haven't seen Justice League, right?
I've seen Justice League.
Okay.
He said he
Unfortunately.
wants to forget it.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
that's-
yeah. You're gonna forget it, but by watching the true ultimate form of the Justice League.
I'm too
Thanks,
curious to not
Joss
watch
Whedon.
Yeah, fuck
it.
you,
Yeah, thanks,
Joss
Joss
Whedon.
Whedon.
Unbelievable, this guy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Do we have any more theories that we want to throw around before we end the show?
I have another theory.
Okay.
What if the Maximoff anomaly is not necessarily like associated with Wanda at all? What if it's just a tear in the fabric of reality itself? You know what I mean? And what if this is only one of many tears we'll eventually see? Because if you think about it, what if it's just a tear of like just timelines of different realities that Wanda is just inhabiting, like the 80s, the 50s, the 60s, you know, all that. And we're finally starting to see characters from other realities start to show up. If this Pietro is gonna be a staple, then if it's not just gonna be a fake out, yeah, and we might start seeing more anomalies show up throughout the universe. You know what I mean?
Just Captain America's ass on the couch, like.
Another
Do
Captain.
we need to buy you that, Ruben?
Listen,
This is like the
that was
20th
the
time you
greatest
brought
line.
up Cap.
Listen, hold on.
You just see Captain America, and then Hydra Captain America shows up. He's just like, "Hell, Hydra!" And Captain America's just like,
Captain America is my favorite MCU character. is one of my favorite MCU characters. So yeah, okay, I have to mention it's a great scene in Endgame. That is
Which
Captain
one?
America's
He has like 20 of them. In
where
Endgame.
he looks at himself and he's like, "That is Captain America's ass." Well, that is America's ass.
I'm gonna get you a poster of his ass, and it
I
says
don't need
America's
that.
ass.
I don't need that. I don't need that.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're
that's
throwing
good.
out posters of Chris Evans' butt, I mean, just share the wealth.
Okay. All right.
We got the other half earlier this year. Let's get back.
Oh God.
That did happen.
Yeah.
Right.
We forget about that. Yeah.
For some people, that was one of the good things about 2020 right there.
Sure. Sure. Any other theories that we want to throw out there before we close out the show?
That's basically it. That's all I can think of.
Okay.
I mean, I really do think this is going to be the beginning of a
Beautiful
lot of-
friendship.
Oh, so many beautiful friendships. Are you kidding me? Mutants are finally going to be respected as equal individuals.
I don't know about that. Let's not get too crazy here.
It's a shame. I want to see X-Men with Feige because they are definitely an important part of Marvel. And there are only really 3 really great X-Men movies. The rest are bad to good.
Was Logan one of them?
Logan is the top of the top.
Okay.
Like there's nothing gonna touch Logan. And then for me,
Logan was a good
First
movie.
Class and
Days
X2.
of Future Past. Days of
Okay,
Future
I
Past
get-
is the other one.
I can accept that.
Days of Future Past is like the next tier below it. There were some issues I had with it, but it's still a really good X-Men movie.
No, I just couldn't remember the name of it earlier.
Oh, okay.
First Class, Days of Future Past. Those are the 2 that are pretty good.
You know,
I guess Deadpool counts as well. I like
And we
Deadpool 1
did-
more than 2.
We do know that Deadpool
3.
is coming.
Yeah.
That it's his MCU debut and that it's going to be rated R.
yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
All facts, right?
Yes, these
I
are
mean,
all facts. Yeah.
So, Deadpool by himself could be an anomaly because he's just all over the place, bringing in all kinds of he's already done it. He's already been to the mutant mansion and been like, "Whoops, where is everybody?" in the room behind. You know, it's definitely. I expect a remark about Disney money at some point.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Like,
Or Mickey Mouse just in the background and him pointing it out.
Yeah, because he is aware of the
Fourth wall,
the
yeah.
two
Yeah.
the 2 Fox universes.
Yeah, of course.
So you don't doubt he's gonna go into this universe and
Of
go, "Oh shit, we're
course.
in another one."
Yeah. And I'm all for it. Again, Deadpool 3 should just be him and Spider-Man team up. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
put
saying-
Spider-Man in a rated R movie.
Don't put Spider-Man in a rated R movie, you said? Come on. It would just be a great movie.
How about this? Deadpool makes a cameo in a Spider-Man thing, but every time he swears, he's censored, and he's just like, "What the bleep? How am I bleep?"
I can do that.
Yeah, I
because,
can actually
because
see that
Peter's
too.
still in high school. I don't want this high school kid going into rated R Deadpool stuff. That'd be weird.
Why not?
you know, I could see that as like an end credit scene for the next Spider-Man. I think that would be really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a very get hype moment.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna get very interesting because last time we saw him, his identity's out, and last time his identity went out, Aunt May got shot in the face. So
Listen, I can't.
And
I'm,
you know who was also an enemy for that? Mephisto was also part of that as well. For one more day. So
Bring him
you
back.
know, and then he is in a relationship with MJ now.
This is
So,
true. This is true.
yeah.
As per my contract, I'm not allowed to talk anymore about Spider-Man 3, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider.
That's not how that works. They already went past him.
I'm okay with Nicolas Cage coming back as Ghost Rider.
But you can't do that. They are already past him.
Just do
Yeah,
it.
Robbie
Just
Reyes
do it.
was a good Ghost Rider too.
Robbie Reyes was a great Ghost Rider.
That's true. We
They'll
have,
come in like, I finally got my Italian food. I'm Ghost Rider.
I'm Ghost Rider.
God.
Ruben, you haven't asked me for my final theories, but it's okay. I definitely think this was our Full House episode. I don't. Everyone's saying like, oh, let's go into the late '80s. Like, no, I definitely think
90s.
this was our '80s Full House. I think next one, if we do sitcom at all, I want to hear. I want Wanda at the front, be like, so I was having food the other day with Vision. And can you believe the size of this cafeteria food?
If
Oh
they
my
pull
God.
off a Seinfeld reference, I am forever in. Okay.
Okay, but there has to
can
be
see
a
it.
Fresh Prince in there somewhere.
I'm
Like,
thinking
there-
they probably go Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince
There
of
you go.
Bel Air.
There you go.
No, and then have Agnes bust through the door. Whoa, Wanda. Oh, can I borrow some milk?
Oh God, I would love it so much if that just happens. And we just see LD in the background. Oh my God, how great would that be? But anyway, thank you for joining us, guys. Do we have
Thank
any
you for
more?
having us.
Was that was it for the theories? Right?
That's all I got for theories.
Okay. All right. Cool. Frank, we're gonna start off with you for plugs. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter.
Oh no. This happened the last time. What the hell? Hold on.
At Venom Unfit
Computer
Snake.
froze, so if you
I'll
guys can
finish
hear
it for him.
You did
Okay.
freeze.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Venom Unfit Snake. I sometimes stream Tarkov, and I ramble on Twitter.
Okay. Cool. Jess, where can people find you?
I am at Kikio1506 everywhere. Any platform that exists, that's where, well, not all of them, but everyone that I care about.
MySpace.
It was Kikio1506.
Really? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm that old.
That's okay. I still use the same
I
email.
thought you were about to
from-
say, don't worry, I still use MySpace. Like, Ruben, oh my God.
I still use the same email from like elementary school, so it's all good.
use MySpace Music.
I mean, don't you all? Isn't that how we get our music now, or no?
I had a college Facebook account, so that's how old I am.
Okay,
I
that's
remember
fair.
those days.
All right, Eric, where can people find you?
Right here, Ruben, in this chair. No, you can find me at Eric C. Ginn on Twitter and I don't do Twitch right now. Yeah, do it on Twitter. That's about it. I'm doing stuff for this thing.
Okay.
Check out our new Destiny show, Tower FM Radio. Our first episode was last week.
Yep.
Probably gonna have one coming up here in 2 weeks with the new season starting tomorrow. That's about it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And can I just throw out there, Jessica, you admins in the Kind of Funny group have been killing it lately. Just want you to know that you are definitely appreciated, and those bad ones are stupid. Those bad
Except for
members are
that
stupid.
one
You guys,
admin.
you guys are great.
just get rid of Kelsey, you know, like
Whoa,
Jeez.
whoa, that's
in the
not
sense like she just keeps on putting like weird stuff in the feed.
She
Like,
She
Is
hasn't-
it the
I don't
ranch?
think she's
Is
done
it the
that
ranch
anymore.
thing?
Yeah.
She's definitely stuck. I definitely wish more Furbies. I'm okay with the Furbies.
No, the tall
The
Furbies.
Furbies are great.
The
food
tall
was
Furbies
good.
are weird. Like it's
Tall
ugh.
Furbies. That's
so
all it is.
weird.
I don't want to
no.
see that.
You guys have been killing it. So
I
your
kid.
hard work is definitely appreciated.
Yes, and also
I
Kelsey,
agree.
I was just joking. Like, don't kick me out, please. Yes, Jess, I want to second that. Thank you very much for all the hard work that you guys do.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
It's a lot, but it's also worth it because we have an amazing community and we just want it to keep being amazing.
That's right. Just kick out
As a
Eric.
new member of the community, I fully agree and understand with that.
Yeah, sure. As a new member, okay, sure.
You have the little wavy emoji.
Oh boy. You could find me. My personal Twitter and Instagram is That Guy Tuesday, and the channel's Twitter and Instagram is Pen Conquest. Find us on YouTube, the Penultimate Conquest. Find us on our website, thepenultimateconquest.com, and yeah, feel free to subscribe and like and stuff.
And if you want to be on the show for future episodes, please tweet at the Penultimate Conquest because we are looking for more people to join
Pen
on our
Conquest,
future
Pen
episodes.
Conquest, Pen Conquest.
Yes, Pen Conquest, Pen Conquest.
Conquest.
So yes, please tweet at us if you would love to be on the show. And you two are welcome back on the show anytime,
That's right.
anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Call us, beep us if you want to reach us. If you want
Is
to
it a Kim
page us,
Possible
that's
reference?
okay.
Yeah. Yes. So we are doing this show pretty much for the entirety of the rest of the year because of the MCU is just going to pump out some content. Why not? You know? So,
Well,
yeah.
that's one thing I will say. I didn't realize it was one after the other.
Yeah.
Until, like yesterday.
Yep. And it's exciting. That's exciting. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us once again. Have a good night.
Thank you.
No problem.